started here, we'd like to welcome Rickie Folwer into the interview room at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. Rickie is making his second start of the new PGA Tour season, and his first start since finishing T4 at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open in 2018. So Rickie, thank you for joining us. If we could just get an opening comment on your return to TPC Summerlin.
Yeah, excited to be back in Vegas. Definitely nice to be here for 2 weeks with having the event next week at Shadow. Yeah, I've had good success here at Summerlin, and being that I lived here for a year when I first turned pro, so fun place to be back to. A lot of friends in the area, and some great places to stay. And like I said, it's nice that we're here for 2 weeks.
In terms of the state of your game, like I mentioned, this is your second start of the season. If you could just give us a preview for how your game is right now coming into the week.
I like where it's at. I was able to get some, a little bit of good work at home. I had a few shoots with stuff starting to get, wouldn't say any more lenient, but being able to get some shoots done. We were able to get some makeup shoots in a way done the last 2 weeks at home. Unfortunately, we had some rain and some bad weather over the weekend, so it's nice. I was able to get out here to Vegas Sunday afternoon, and I've been putting some work in. So I like where it's at, especially coming to a place where I've played well, had success, and still working on same stuff and trending in the right direction. And it's just going to take a couple solid rounds, a good solid week, and we'll be off and running.
All right, we'll open it up to questions from the media that we have on the line. We will start with Steve DeMeglio, USA Today. Go ahead, Steve.
Ricardo, how challenging has this been to stretch for you, and have any doubts about what you're doing crept into your head?
No, it definitely has been tough. Anyone that goes through changes or even just dealing with struggles, low points, it happens at some point for everyone. For me, it's just going through changes. Yeah, it's definitely been tough, but no, I've never doubted it, just because there's been some rounds or some tournaments here and there where seeing the work kind of come through, and just haven't been able to piece everything together and really put it into a really efficient, consistent form yet. But that's coming. We're just kind of beating down the door. But like I said, to have had at least some highlights throughout the year where whether it was just a good round where stuff clicked, some tournaments where I was able to get myself at least up into contention, and we'll just keep beating it down. It's been a fun process, but at the same time, it's definitely been very tough mentally, just trying to keep pushing forward. I know what I'm capable of. Seeing other guys struggle, I know what they're capable of. But it's part of golf. It's probably the most humbling game out there, and sometimes you just gotta keep putting the foot forward, keep putting the work in, and keep at it.
If you could, what is the most important thing when you do piece it together? What would be the biggest, most important change from when you started to where it would be if you piece it together?
I would say most important is more the transition. If anything, I was getting with where I was at. If you were to look at any videos or anything like that from down the line, I'd be maybe a touch laid off and a little deep, and then on the downswing, I'd kind of pull the hands and try and get the club back out in front of me, which would cause the shaft to steepen, versus if the club and hands were out in front of me, as I start transition, the club would lay down. So versus it being here, getting steep, the club being out in front of me a little bit more and then laying down. So trying to get it go the other direction. It's definitely, it's a place I've been before, so we're just trying to go back and get that transition how we want it. From there, once we get that down, we'll be able to work on some other stuff, but that's kind of the main focus right now.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Greg Robertson of the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Rickie. Your scenario has always kind of been you're the young guy coming up and trying to prove yourself, but does it give you any extra motivation to see guys like Colin and Bryson who are younger than you winning majors now? Is there any urgency to getting something done like that for you now?
No, I would say it's the same kind of outlook I've always had. I mean, I've always wanted to win a major. I've had the chances. I've been up there, and it is cool to see guys like that win. From Bryson being a few years younger to Colin being a few more years younger. I enjoy seeing guys play well, and when you do win a tournament, it gives you that satisfaction knowing that you outplayed everyone that week. So with what I'm going through right now and where I want to be, I don't have any doubt that we'll be right back where we want to in contention and having chances to win more tournaments, and especially majors. That's the ultimate goal. It is a little added motivation when you do see your peers, go out there and become a major champion. So yeah, they've helped maybe kick me in the butt a little bit.
As far as Bryson, his style of play, is that what are your feelings on how he's approaching the game?
I mean, with what Bryson's done in the last year or so, it's impressive to see transformation as well as the speed he's been able to add. I don't necessarily have the frame to be able to do something like that. I wouldn't mind having a little more distance, but for me, right now working on trying to take what I have and just make it better, more efficient, more consistent. Like I said, I'm not someone that would be able to get up to his speeds in a year. It would take me a lot longer, if not never getting there.
Is it a danger that your style of play becomes harder to win with guys like Bryson playing that style?
No, it's a challenge for all of us, no matter how you play. To see how much, his distance is being able to, be an advantage at times. It makes you, kind of work harder and know that, I got to be on top of things. I got to wear out fairways, wear out greens. I can't just necessarily play the bomb and gouge game. I'm not going to win in a distance contest or anything like that. So I got to work on making my strong points even stronger. One part that has kind of let me down this year that hasn't really helped me through the transition of the swing is my putter. Putting something that's always been a strong part, something I've always leaned on when I need to, and that's something that's kind of let me down. So it's made everything a little bit almost compounded and made things worse. So now I'm not worried about Bryson hitting it that much longer. I know I can go and compete against any of these guys out here. But yeah, it does set you back a little bit if someone is longer off the tee. You started a little bit of a disadvantage, but there's a lot of golf to be played after you tee off.
Thanks.
Yep.
Next, we will go to Ben Efrel, PGAtour.com.
Hey, Rickie. Yeah, mate. I've still got my background on. Mate, I just want to ask you about next week, actually. Can you give me some good Shadow Creek stories? We're just trying to tell people about the place a little bit. Got some stuff that you've been there before, or what you can tell us?
It's a special place. I've actually only played it twice, so it's been a while. One of the times I played through Doc Rivers, and I remember that. He was awesome. He just loved being out there playing golf, and he's like, "Man, I'm a big fan," and I was like, I was kind of shocked in a way. I mean, I was like, I'm a fan as well, but he was just it was just cool to see someone who's big in another sport, and to obviously he's a lot taller and bigger than me, and kind of looking at me saying complimenting me about my game and stuff like that. But no, Shadow's a special place. Typically very private. They don't get a whole lot of rounds. So I'm looking forward to being back. Like I said, I haven't been there for a while, and I've only played it a couple times.
Thanks, mate.
Yep.
To Rickie's chagrin, we will go back to Steve DeMeglio, USA Today.
Rickie, did you by any chance neglect work on your putting when you were working on your swing? Have you cut back on your work on the putting?
I didn't. I'm not sure how to really explain why it was struggling. I felt like I was hitting a lot of good putts, and it was just more the fact that putts weren't going in. Times where putts would tend to lip in, decided to lip out. So they're probably, you could always say, yeah, I could have put more time in there, but I wasn't looking at it. I was putting great at home, playing well, and get to tournaments, and putts just wouldn't go in. So definitely have spent more time over the last few months on it. But no, it wasn't necessarily something where I didn't have enough time or I didn't put the same amount of time in that I had before. I'd still go through the same drills, still work on the mirror, check my setup, alignment and everything, and go through my normal speed and all those checks before tournaments and before rounds. So just kind of just look at it as an off year.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rickie, those are all the questions we have. We appreciate the time, and best of luck this week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.